2019 Game Night, brought to you in part by Casey's, starts now.
Happy Friday and welcome to Game Night, our fifth show of the 2011 season. And the contenders are starting to separate themselves from the pack.
Yeah, they certainly are, Mike. A bunch of ranked and unbeaten teams in action this week. We've got highlights of 15 games all ready to go. And we start with the game of the week out of Nebraska's Class D1 unbeaten and 6th-ranked Pender, hosting honorable mention Bancroft Rosalie. Now, BR won this matchup 60-6 a year ago, but the Pendragons have improved greatly since then, outscoring their opponents an average of 61-16 this season. This one shot by NECC contributors Andy Botker and Leah Scavo. In the first minute of the game, Austin Heineman of Pender catches a 50-yard pass and runs it all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Pendragons take a quick 6-0 lead. Still in the first quarter, Bancroft now up 8-6. Dylan Frederickson scrambling around, then decides to take it in himself for the touchdown while taking a beating at the goal line to go up 12-6. They get the two-pointer and lead 14-8. BR coming up huge with their D, though, as Joey Merritt gonna pounce on the Zach Johnson fumble in the end zone for a safety to tie it at 14 at that point. And this was a close one, but the Pendragons stay unbeaten with the 40-34 win over the Panthers. Back here in Sioux City, crosstown matchup between 3-2 North and winless East. First quarter action, East's Alex Imming runs it up the middle for a nice gain, but North's Richard Shockley comes from behind and forces the fumble. Mad scramble for the ball, but North would regain possession. Move ahead to the second quarter now. East at North 28, Imming on the QB keeper for 26 yards. Just gets tripped up before the end zone. However, the Raiders would score on the next play to go up 7-0. East up 14-0 now. North's Quinn Williams fakes the reverse and finds Evan Culver running behind the defense for the 54-yard strike. That would cut the Raiders' lead in half, and East is winless no more as they better North by 7, 27-20.
Bishop Heelan was certainly happy to see tonight get here to try and erase the memories of last week. The Crusaders fell to Boynton Hall Rock Valley for their first loss of the season and lost Michael Malloy for the season and Manny Alcaraz for 3 to 4 weeks in the process. Tonight, Heelan trying to rebound against MOC Floyd Valley. Heelan at the Dutch 38, 3rd and 12. Paul Jacobson throws to Philip Jacobson on the screen play, and he takes it up the field, picking up 19 yards. Then 2 plays later, it's going to be the combination of Jacobson and Jacobson again. Phillip able to break a tackle here, and he would just get into the end zone on the dive, and that puts the Crusaders up 7-0. The Dutch would answer with a field goal on the ensuing kickoff. Dane Hickman brings it up, slips a tackle, cuts it to the outside, as we've seen so many times this year, turns on the Jets, and he's tripped up at the 13. Heelan would get a field goal out of it to stay on top, 10-3. Heelan wins 20-3. 8th-ranked Lawton Bronson taking its undefeated record on the road against Ridgeview. Second quarter action, Lawton Bronson's Matt Smith finds Luke Skinner wide open for the 47-yard touchdown, and the Eagles go up 28-0. Ridgeview with the ball now. Seth Johnson dropping back to pass, but Zach Raymer knocks the ball down. That would end the drive. Then Lawton Bronson back with the ball. This time Ken Olerking with the great block, and he is gone 50 yards to the end zone. That would make it 35-0 Lawton Bronson, and they get the win 48-20.
West Lyon tied for 10th in the 1A poll, hosting Harvey Melvin Sanborn. And West Lyon dominating up 35-0 at the half. Into the second now, Cody RN showing off the moves as he breaks a few tackles and takes it inside the HMS 15. A few plays later, Ethan Agason punches it in from a yard out to go up 42-0. Defense would handle things from there as Alex Groenweg bursts through a block for the tackle in the backfield. The West Lyon first team D would pitch a shutout, but the JV guys would give up a score late. West Lyon rolls anyway, 42-6. Good matchup in 2A between number 3 Spirit Lake and Central Lyon George Little Rock. First quarter, Indians punting, and Jesse Heinrichs fields the punt, and he's not stopping anytime soon. Heinrichs looks to be gone, but Nick Steinel makes a TD-saving tackle at the 7. That tackle would be big as the Lions would have to settle for a short field goal to make it 3-0. Second quarter now, and it's still 3-0. Indians using a little trickery. Paul Brown gives it to Bryson McCabe, who hands it to Luke Cable on the counter, and Cable does the rest. He gets to the sideline, takes it 89 yards for the score. Spirit Lake up 7-3 at that point, and they go on to win 21-10. OABCIG trying to stay unbeaten against 3-1 South Central Calhoun. Early first, no score. South Central with 10 yards to go. Austin Blair makes the catch, but is taken down, and the drive would stall from there. OABCIG now takes over. Crichton Allen pass is going to be picked off, however, by Kobe Vogel. South Central now with the ball, and it's Jake Petzenhauser breaking 2 tackles before he's finally brought down in the end zone. South Central Calhoun up 6-0 at that point, and they win 20-14.
Vermilion and Lennox in the Dakota Dome. Tanagers head coach Gary Culver still in pursuit of career win number 200. After the teams trade punts in the first quarter, Vermilion gets its offense going. Kyle Weiss hits Tanner Anderson for the big game down the near sideline. On the next play, the Tanagers would keep it on the ground. The handoff to DeAndre Four fights his way through for 11 yards, and that's good for another first down. And later, Vermilion would cap off its drive through the air as Weiss finds Anderson in the back of the end zone, 6-0 Tanagers. And congratulations, Coach Culver gets win number 200, 20-0 the final. EPJ and Beersford meeting up in the Dog Bowl in Elk Point. Scoreless in the first, EPJ deep in its own territory. Brock Zeller throwing over the middle, and he is picked off by Walker Willman. He's got some room the other way, and he would bring it all the way down to the 11 for Beersford. And then just a few plays later, Heston Erickson would punch it in from a yard out, and the Watchdogs go up 7-0. To the second quarter, the Huskies on the move. Zeller to Blake Donnelly on the slant. The ball would get knocked loose, recovered by Beersford, but the Huskies go on to win a wild one, 31-30. Well, that's it for Iowa and South Dakota games, but we've still got plenty of action from Nebraska.
Yeah, we certainly do, Mike. 6 more games featuring the likes of Norfolk Catholic and Pierce when game night continues.
You know, they intercepted the other ball and so forth. Okay, right.
1, 2, 3, hit it! 5 2, they're checked. Hey, let's go. 5 2, check. Agro Roger, Mike 42. Guys, get out of there. Get out.
And welcome back to Game Night. Norfolk Catholic continues to cruise right along in 2011 with a 3-0 record and #1 ranking in Class C1. The Knights have won those 3 games by final scores of 51-6, 56-7, and 51-7. Tonight they made the trip up Route 35 to face Wayne. This one shot by NECC contributors John Bonfleth and Joe Nedza. This one's scoreless in the first quarter. QB Jordan Beller running up the middle, and he picks up 19 yards, finally be brought down at the 1 by Wayne's Jalen Berry. And that would help set this up just a little bit later. The short run up the middle for the score, and that puts Norfolk Catholic up 7-0. Wayne trying to answer on the ensuing possession. Gage Rethwich going to the air, and he is intercepted by Drew Farley, and he takes this one back 20 yards for the touchdown. 14-0 Norfolk Catholic, and the Knights stay perfect, 62-28 final. Number 2, Pierce hosting Madison, shot by NECC's Ashley Dietrich and Adam Wagner. First half, Pierce's Nate Meyer pitches to Sheldon Dvorak, and that is good for a 20-yard gain and a first down for the Blue Jays. And they keep it moving as Meyer decides to keep it himself this time, goes to the outside, 25 hard-earned yards later, he's in the end zone. 35-0 Pierce after the PAT. Madison trying to answer. Blake Eisman picked off by Nate Emerson. That's good for 13 yards. Jays up 41-0 at the half, and they get the big win, 60-15.
Homer had a rough night a week ago, getting shut out at home 44-0 by Oakland Craig and getting knocked out of the Class C2 top 10 in the process. The Knights with a chance for some redemption and maybe another crack at the top 10 against Laurel Concord. Knights with the home field advantage on what turned out to be a beautiful night for the ball game. In the first, Homer down 13-7 with the ball, but not for long. Chase Smith's pass going to be picked off and brought back inside the 5. Then 3 plays later, after a TD run was called back, Kyle Cardell throws it up for Mitch Heike, who comes down with it and makes sure he's got both feet in bounds. Completing the process, LC going to go for 2 and convert to go up 21-7. Knights, though, trying to make a comeback just before the half. Dylan Kluver breaks up field for a big game, but LC going to win big in this one, 40-7. Just down the road, Winnebago and Omaha Nation in a Class D1 matchup. On the first drive of the game, Chiefs waste no time getting on the board. Matt Sheridan, the third, going to find number 2, Tyrants on Sochi. 3 times 2 equals 6. Omaha Nation strikes first. But back comes Winnebago on the next drive. Jason Ghostdog finds Greg Neff, who gets the first down and more. Omaha Nation, though, showing off its D as the big fella. Tyrese Fasusu makes the sack. 4 plays later, though, Indians' Richard Kearns in from 1 yard out. It was all tied up at 6 at that point. No final on this one.
Honorable mention, Osmond and Hartington, shot by NECC's Ashley Dietrich and Adam Wagner. In the first, Osmond quarterback Daniel Weesey tosses to Carlin Kreiner for the 12-yard gain. That would give them a first down. Then later on the drive, James Stukrath taking the puts it up, and that is good for a 35-yard completion to Daniel Weesey, and that would make it 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. The Tigers going on the punt return now. Chris Schmidt on the return. and that would set up good field position here. Osmond with the 14-6 victory. Winside and Allen shot by NECC's John Bonfleth and Tristan Matheson. Second quarter, 22-0 Winside, and with the first down, Tyler Jaeger taking it down the left side and picks up 30 yards, and he's in for the score. 28-0 Winside to the second quarter now, and still 28-0. This is Winside's Levi Lang sacks Allen Zach Crom for a 5-yard loss. To the second now, second down for Winside, and Jaeger taking it up the middle, 38 yards down to the 2. Winside goes on to win 40-6.
Time now for our play of the week. This one coming from Homer and Laurel Concord. Not a scoring drive, but an amazing play nonetheless. Laurel Concord's Mitch Heikes refuses to go down. Breaks 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles, still on his feet, all the way down the sideline before the 7th tackler brings him down. Nebraska fans, kind of looks like Tommy Frazier back against the Gators in '95. Great run by Heikes. Good enough for our play of the week. Well, 15 games in the books, but we're not done yet.
Yeah,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
We'll check out the hit of the week as well as the rest of tonight's scores when game night continues. Welcome back to Game Night. We've shown you our play of the week, and now it's time to show you the hit of the week. And our hit of the week actually comes to us from Thursday night, West hosting Council Bluffs Lincoln. In the first quarter, AL's Jared Thompson on the QB keeper, but he is blown up by Anthony Combs for a minimal gain. Check it out one more time. Nice pop by Combs, but unfortunately the Lynx went on to win big over the Wolverines. Rest of scores from tonight: Osmond 14-6 over Hartington. Unity Christian shuts out Western Christian. Boynton Hall Rock Valley on a roll, 28-7 over Lamar's. West Lyon beats HMS 42-6. Sioux Center shuts out Sheldon 7-0. Remsen Union wins big over Whiting 66-12. Pender over BR in the game of the week 40-34. Lamar's Galen 38-7 over West Sioux. Hartington CC in a low-scoring one, 14-8 over Ponca. South Sioux shutout win 56-0. Humphrey St. Francis over Lee 62-0. Spirit Lake beats Central Lyon 21-10. Winside 40-6 over Allen. Pierce big over Madison 60-15 in the final there. Harris Lake Park shuts out North Central Kasuth. Emmetsburg also 42-0 over South O'Brien. Sergeant Bluff Luton 22-14 win over Denison Schleswig. Keelan a 20-3 winner over MOC Floyd Valley. JSPC beats Cherokee 35-20. West Monona 13-7 winner over Westwood.
East Sac County with a 45-19 win over Maple Valley Anthenoto. Carroll 25 points better than Winterset 35-10. Spencer pitching the shutout over Storm Lake 30-0. Carroll Kemper only giving up 2, 49-2 over Missouri Valley. Vermilion, congratulations to Vermilion's coach, 200th win, 20-0 over Lennox. West Point Beamer with a shutout over Tacoma Herman. Remsen St. Mary, I believe that's 52-6, not 522 over Spalding Catholic. East Mills 57-10 over Woodbine. Why not with the 12-point win over Wausa. Lions Decatur 76-18 over Scribner Snyder. Big win for them. Wakefield picking up the 27-12 win over Plainview. East, as you saw earlier, no longer winless, 27-20 over North. Kingsley Pearson 83-28 over River Valley. IKM Manning also pitching the shutout 44-0 over Hinton. Lawton Bronson 48-20 over Ridgeview. EPJ with a 1-point win over Beersford 31-30. Logan Magnolia big winner tonight 61-6. Battle Creek gets the shutout over O'Neill 48-0. Bloomfield also big winners 52-6 over Chambers. Boone Central getting the 14-7 win. Columbus Lakeview 27-6 over North Bend Central. And Creighton 12 points better than Randolph 36-24. Crofton 35 over Lutheran High Northeast Sevens. Emerson Hubbard 53-6 over Walt Hill.
And the Fox.
Oh, one more score. Sorry, Laurel Concord 40-7 winners over Homer, and over Oakland Craig over Uden 60-18.
And now the Fox 44 cheer competition is back for another year. 8 teams from all across the area are battling all season long for a chance to be crowned the winner and featured during Fox 44's broadcast, the IHSA football finals in November. Fox 44 Game of the Week back next week. For Jordan, I'm Mike. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week.